What's up, you guys? This is Darlington again from Darlington Academy. And in this video, just like the previous videos I've been doing, I try to bring information for the everyday people on how to immigrate to Canada in a very and simple format. So today I have Mr. David. Mr. David is, or Davy, Mr. Davy, it's a very good friend of mine. Currently, he's in Nigeria. Sorry, currently he's in Canada. Sorry, not Nigeria. Currently, he's in Canada. He was able to like bring his family over, you know, to like spend time here. And I ran into him a couple times, and I just wanted to. I was able to like convince him to come for this interview. So I talked to him about how he's been able to like move around from Nigeria to Canada with ease. And luckily for me enough, he also threw a little light on his current business, which is called Premium Consulting Services, which is an agency in Nigeria that helps people that are thinking of immigrating to Canada, as in to make life easier for them, because based on the little details he told me, like they are going to be able to like take care of everything for you guys. So without wasting you people's time, I am going to like let Mr. Davy as in talk a little bit about his business. And also I have a couple questions that I do have as in for him. So Mr. Davy, welcome. And I appreciate you making time out to be a part of this project that I embarked on. Thank you. So can you please introduce yourself to the people that are watching?
Okay, I believe I have the floor now. Thank you, Mr. Darlington, and I must confess that a good job you've been doing, because for me, I have always believed that information and education is a key to unlock the access. It's a key to access whatever one wants to do. So if you are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in Canada, you are in America, you need to move to another place. For any purpose, any genuine purpose, you need the right information to do so. For instance, someone was just talking to me over the weekend and was telling me his intention of migrating to Canada, and he found it difficult that he's a PhD holder in the United Kingdom, that he wouldn't need to write English tests. He was shocked when I told him that even if you are an American citizen and you want to migrate to Canada, you must write the English test. So, Darlington, kudos to the information you are sharing to everyone who is interested in this. So, over time, it's been observed that the public is skeptical about the number of agents that are out there who try to find this way to Canada or for some other places people would want to go. But the problem is that people are afraid. Why would you pay someone to grant you, to help you apply, manage your application process, and see that your application for either study, work, visa, or any other thing you're applying for is successful, and at the end of the day, it's not successful? You know, it hurts. You know, you will lose your money and you wouldn't still have your application approved. I know how psychologically down that could get someone be. So that was the backbone, the bedrock of what led us to modify our business in Premium Consulting Services. Premium Consulting Services is a company that is registered in Nigeria. We are moving places, but we are taking it gradually. So what we intend to do is to try to remove that tension. So you don't have to pay, you don't have to go spending your money when your application is not approved. But I mean, there are terms and conditions applied.
And that's kind of the biggest issue most people do have, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There are terms and conditions applied to that anyway, but let's just limit this here on because of time. Okay, so Now, what we do is that it's not just Canada, okay? We on our website, Premium Consulting Services, ltd.com, we have recommended destination countries, okay? But just because of the friendly manner of Canadian immigration process, it appears to be the top, you know, when one is considering where to migrate. And of course, is an English-speaking country just next to America. It has a very land mass, so your generation can come here and establish another home, you know. So what we do is to help people in two basic ways.
One, sorry to cut you short, Mr. David. Before you jump into that, because I do have some of the questions that I intend to ask you as in based on steps, and I definitely want you to like touch a little bit in that aspect. But there is this this burning question I've been meaning to ask you. I saw a video you posted on Facebook. I saw you with a lady, I think it's an immigration lady or somebody. And can you throw a little light? Because for me, I genuinely believe that you said something meaningful here. You said that the goal is to let people, as in, be at peace before making any investment. So that video kind of was one of the main reasons why I decided to like bring you on, because it made me understand that you're definitely going places and you're trying to like make the right move so that people who try to use your agency know that they're getting the right information. So if you don't mind, can you throw a little light on what you discussed with the lady I saw with you?
Okay, thank you for that question. I believe that I believe in the word collaboration.
Okay.
If collaboration is dated as old as humanity, creation is concerned. Pardon me, but for Christians, we know in the book of Genesis, after God created everything and he made man, he did not do a thing. God wanted to collaborate with man. So he asked man, name them. Whatever you name them, that will become their name. So for me, that is collaboration. So in this as well, we felt that being a Nigerian established company, this company, we have people wanting to come to Canada. Now, this is another thing. It's not everybody that has the right to go apply for anything Canada and Australia on your behalf.
Yeah.
There are regulated agents who are to do this. Okay, there are regulated agents whose duty are to do immigration and visa-related issues. So what have we done? In order to make our job smoother, we have affiliated with some of them so that we can have this collaboration. They are not Nigerian-based. We are not Canada-based. But with we being in Nigeria and them being in Canada, there is this synergy that we now have that we will make the processes that involved in all these smoother, and we will continue to have success rates. So that was why I was there, to have some negotiation agreement and sign some collaboration documents to see that our partnership is firmed up.
And that is really, really important in the sense that every aspiring applicant genuinely wants to know who they're dealing with, and they also want to know, because I know a lot of people who reach out to me, they ask this funny question like, oh, I really want an agent to help with my application, but not someone in Nigeria. And I'm always like, why the fear? You know, why is it that way? And they come up with excuses like, oh, that most of these people, they don't even have any traveling experience. That's why I'm so excited that currently you're in Canada, right? You're in Canada and you were able to like bring your entire family to Canada, as in to just come visit, meaning that you know what you're talking about. And again, when I saw that video, you talking to as an is it called like an immigration expert in here? So that means you're trying to create a good collaboration. But the key question that I really want to ask you is, due to the situation of things right now with this whole corona issue going, the COVID-19 issue, what do you think will be the state of immigration or migrating to Canada from 2021? Because our applications still being accepted. Did you have these conversations with them?
Okay, thank you again for that question. No one we shouldn't let anyone deceive us. COVID-19 has influenced almost everything around the world globally. Yeah. It has influenced everything. Okay, so as well, it has influenced the rates of visa application processing by the Canadian government. It has influenced even when you want to go for your biometrics in your home country. Some of the biometric centers are offering partial services. And it has even influenced the agents that would even help you, advise you, guide you, give their opinion as well. For instance, Premium Consulting Services, our office in Abuja is working visually. Still, okay. We have not really started physical office operation, but Lagos is functional. We are open. So that is just an idea of how it has influenced. But the key thing, the good news is this, that it's like this is now a preparation time. So what are you preparing for? Do you mind I share something?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, yeah. Yeah, because
okay,
once you're done sharing that, I also, because I think whatever you're trying to share might tie into the next question I was about asking you, which is like the best ways to start applying. If you are someone watching and you have the intention or you're planning on as in traveling to Canada, like what would be the best area, to start applying?
As I said, for Premium Consulting Services, there are a lot of, we have destinations. What we have here is the G7 countries, and you have Canada. Yeah. Apart from the G7 countries, the next place we will recommend one, the Nordic nations.
Yeah.
Norway, Finland, Sweden. Then in Europe proper, you have Germany, and then Australia. So, but now we are talking about Canada. We'll just try and restrict our conversation to
and focus on Canada. Yes.
Yes, to Canada. So here is the good thing.
Yeah.
Towards the last days, either on the 30th or 31st of October, Marco, who is the Minister of Immigration in Canada, he made this announcement that come 2021, 2022, and 2023, Canada is going to welcome over 400,000 permanent residents per each of these years. Okay. So it means that in the next 3 years, there is an opportunity for 1.2 million and above immigrants, for permanent residents. So that is the hope of those who are still thinking about how to do this. For those who think that COVID-19 has kind of hampered their plan for 2020, it's not all bad news. The good news is that we have 3 years now to do this.
Yeah.
And talking about.
Sorry, does this revolve only for work permit, or is it also for study permit as well?
Okay, so for this is permanent residents.
Okay, permanent residents. Okay.
Yes, permanent residents. So now for these permanent residents, there are routes that one can come in. Okay. You can come in via different routes. Okay, so that is what is taking me to the next slides.
Okay.
So you can come in if you have your work permit, or you can come in for study, or you get here through the permanent residence proper.
Okay.
So visit here is not part of what we are talking about, because when you come visit, you are expected to go back before or on the expiration of your visit. So for what Marco said, for the people who want to migrate, there are three basic options that are open. Either you get a work permit, you come over, or you come study in Canada, or you apply for the permanent residence from your home country proper. So these are basically the ways, and from now to 2023, it's enough time to make all the preparation and key in. So we just wish you the best for your intentions.
Okay, so for this 4 basic roads to Canada, to me, like you bringing this slide up, it makes a lot of sense. It's premium consulting services. Are they specialized in these 4 ways, or is there like a particular route that they kind of as in choose to like specialize in? Do you guys take care of the 4 routes?
Exactly. That is what we do. And for us to have gone into collaboration with a couple of Canadian immigration lawyers and consultants, is to buttress this. Okay, is to buttress this. Whatever opinion we are giving you, then we have the legal consultants to give their advice in it. So for visit visa, work permit, study, and permanent residence, we strive in all these. And we have testimonies on our webpage. We have testimonies there. Some of our clients who got here some few years ago are migrating from permanent residents to citizens. In recent time, some of them have finished their studies and they are migrating to work permit, or some are currently on their work permit. So it's what we do. And for visiting, I mean, what else can be an example when you talk about visiting? I'm just here on visiting, so I can come and I can go back at any time. So we have some other success stories for visiting, on our profile.
Okay, all right. I do genuinely appreciate you sharing this information, because living in Canada for the past 8 years now, a lot of people have really tried to reach out for me to start to talk about this information in a broader space. But I'm glad that you have something that would help the average person understand how to focus. So can you break it further down on each category if you can? Do you have that information?
Okay, so I will quickly do that. For study, Canada remains the top choice for study worldwide. They've consistently ranked at the top.
Mm-hmm.
The important thing to note that when you want to come study in Canada, it's not every institution that will bring you here. And there are some institutions that even if they bring you here, you finish your program, you can't get work permits, and that wouldn't be encouraging. So it's important to ensure that you are looking at an institution that has the DLI number. Okay. So and one of the advantages of coming here to study is that when you are through with your study, you have the option of work permits of up to 3 years. So when within that 3 years, it is expected in most cases that you find a job that will align with your field of study.
Yeah.
Then with that, you are almost certain of your permanent residence. With your permanent resident in 3 years' time, you become a citizen, then you can vote and be voted for. Another interesting thing here about coming here to study for married folks is that if you here on study, then your spouse has the privilege to work full-time while you work part-time. At the same time, all the kids who are of school age will go to school free. But the ones that are less than school age, I mean, they can be in daycare, and you will just pay for it if you can afford it. Most interesting here is that just immediately you land, just at the airport, you are issued this social insurance number. It covers you and your family for health. I mean, what else would one imagine in your country? You are sick, you can't go to the hospital. When you have your money, you go to the hospital and you get attitudes and you are not satisfied. And now imagine you come to a country like Canada, on landing here, you are issued this insurance number. Reason, they don't want you to be here and fall sick without getting treatment. They want you to be healthy. They don't want you to infect others. They want you to be healthy and remain productive. I mean, what else can one say about a country that loves not just its children, but anybody that comes around it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
if you don't mind going back to that this slide. So a big question that I've been getting from most people is, there a particular age bracket for people who want to come study in Canada? Because go ahead. I think you're trying to say something. Go ahead.
No age brackets, but in most times I always use the terms and conditions. The phrase terms and conditions apply, because if you are 99 years old and you say you are coming to study, it's obvious that your intention cannot be ascertained. If you are 3 years old and you say you want to come and do your master's program, it's obvious that your intention cannot be, guaranteed. It is not, you can't tie that to the intention, okay? So apart from that, if you are 60 years old, if you're a 70-year-old professor and you want to come here and do a program to enhance what you're already doing, fine, you can. If you are 40 years old and you want to come here for your master's, for your PhD, then you can. It's not just age per se. There are other factors. Nobody will rule it out. Studying in Canada costs a lot. It costs a lot. So that is why you have the best. So once you have your funding and you can convince them that your intention is coming here to study and not to stay behind, then you are likely to cross the road and have your visa approved. Okay. Age is not really a barrier.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going so that we can, because I'm trying to make sure that we don't overuse our timing, because at the end of the day, I want this video to be watchable. I want people to be able to enjoy the video, while they're watching it. So go ahead and show us the other slides and break it down in a way that the average man will understand.
Okay. So for the permanent residents, I just use this scenario to paint. If you see here, I said, unlike the American visa lottery, so I have not stated which of the Americans. Because Canada is also an American country, right?
Yeah.
Mexico is an American country, okay? So I don't know, but just take it like that, for this permanent resident, the Canadian government in its wisdom doesn't want anybody to just come in here. So they are being critical. They are actually profiling the category of people who would come here. So if you want to come, you would identify your purpose of coming. Are you coming as a skilled worker? Are you coming as an artisan? So any of these categories will determine what is expected of you. So that is the entry, that falls under the express entry level.
Okay.
Then if you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, and the terms and conditions also are met, such a person can sponsor you to come over. Again, most provinces from time to time have the approval of the federal government, Canadian federal government, to pick people who have indicated interest to reside in their provinces and invite them to profile them further. And if we have found eligible, then they bring you in to reside in their province. There are some other ones which are not really readily available, like caregiver. And one of the things about the caregiver is that it usually works best for those who are in Canada. Recently, I've been having people approach me about businesses. Yes, if you have the funds and you can prove that you have enough funds, you can buy a business. For instance, you can buy a mechanic workshop that is already existing with the facilities. You provide evidence that you can touch it up. Let me use our local partners.
Yeah.
You have the funds. You have the funds to recruit people that will work for you. And above all, the money you are bringing to buy the business, you can prove the source of the funds. So that as well can bring you in here. But if you don't have the money and you have a business idea, you know how you can start up a company, say an IT firm. You have an idea of what you want this firm to do, just like Facebook. You are innovative. Okay, so there are startup groups that the government of Canada has established. Once any of them buys into your idea, they will fund it. You are not putting in your money, you're not bringing in your money. They will fund that your idea. So that is the startup angle. So you can come in also from that angle. Finally, let me state that if you are not in Canada, then coming in through Express Entry, the stake is high at this moment. I will state the reason why it is high. Remember, we stated earlier on that study in Canada, because once you've studied in Canada, it gives you an edge. Okay, it gives you an edge. This is a point base. So if you have studied in Canada, if you've worked in Canada, you have higher points. So because it's a point-based stuff, so from over time, the points, cutoff point keeps increasing, because so many international students studying in Canada keep on graduating. So as they are graduating, they are likely to take up the slots. I mean, because now they have studied in Canada, they understand the environment. You check it out. It will be easier for them to integrate in the system. So that has limited the opportunity for those who are not in country. But it's not the end of the story. It's not the end of the story, because folks are still getting permanent resident from outside of Canada, and they are migrating here. We have 2021, 2022, and 2023. If you are much more younger, if you are less than 45, this is an option for you. But the truth be told, as you get older, I don't want to put an any age bracket. As you get older, your points tends to reduce.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the other rules are work permit. I mean, to get a work permit, if you have is an outstanding skill, say you are an IT guru, you are a high class medical practitioner, then you can come here work permit. If your spouse is here as a student, a work permit holder, permanent resident or Canadian citizen, then you can find yourself here. So almost all that we've talked about, we have proof of success rates, premium consulting services. These are people who we have given our opinion and some helped manage their processes for them to be successful.
Okay.
So okay. So I don't know if this is just to show some of the success rates that we have. So we can see this application that was filed in on the 5th of April, and on the 25th of April. Yes, on the 25th of April, it was approved. This one was filed in on the March 27th, and in August it was approved. Why have I shown those two? It's just to show, because we've always had this question of how long is going to take, how long will it take, how long will it take? And I keep telling people that coronavirus had made things to become much more dynamic. Even in the website of the Canadian CIC, it is there that that nothing will be guaranteed at this moment. Okay, so when you are doing this, the best thing is for you to do your part and do it on time. Okay, that's it. I don't know if we have any other question.
Yeah. Just drop down that. Go to the last link. I saw your website there. Yes. So just leave that one on, and then we just round off. Mr. Davey, I do really appreciate you coming and bringing your wealth of knowledge. As I stated at the beginning of this video, at Darlington Academy, All I do here is just give out information, and the kind of information I give out are informations based off of success, based on people that have seen, as in bring people down to Canada, not just bringing anyone down here. Premium. Mr. David, when you finish, just update the website. Just based off of all, as in success stories of people that I've seen in Canada, and they were able to like throw a little light on how you and other people I will be bringing on have actually helped them as in come to Canada. I do appreciate you taking time to explain all of this, and I will be bringing you on again if there are updates, especially with this whole Corona issue going on, because things will be changing, right? So for anybody watching, if you are interested to use as in their services, I'll be dropping a link in the description area where you can reach out to them via their website. And also if you want to shoot them a direct email, I will also leave all that information in the description area. And do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that you'll be updated on all the other videos I'll be showing you guys, because I'll be bringing people that will talk about their life experiences living in Canada, and with every information that would help anybody aspiring to come to Canada, I will be bringing it on Darlington Academy. So again, finally, Mr. Davey, thank you so much. And hopefully I have you on sometime so that you can share with us on what is going on currently in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.